Well, afternoon, folks. Coffee and revelation. I've just had a fortune cookie. It's quite funny. They don't really tell you your fortune. They give you some kind of little pearl of wisdom. But we don't need fortune tellers or fortune cookies. We've got this. We've got the Word of God. And it's a real privilege to be able to share that with you. When I was looking at today's paper, you get stuff, new new Prime Minister in Malaysia. We've got Albanese here in Australia. There's news about Biden and Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak, and Nicola's made it into the paper today. Nicola Sturgeon from Scotland, and Putin and the Iranian regime and everyone else. And I look at this and get a better picture of what's going on in the world. So we are on Revelation chapter 21. And again, just one verse, because it's a great thought. Revelation 21, verse 24. So we've seen the temple. This is the imagery in the picture of the new heavens and the new earth. The holy city Jerusalem. It's God's people, it's the church, and God is present. There's no need for a temple, and there's no need for the sun, because the Lord is there. And then this is one of the consequences of this. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their splendour into it. So there's no need for politicians. There's no need for people trying to work out things. There's no need for all the fallibility that comes with that. I think that as I look at this, again, just like a golden principle of Isaiah, I'm going to read from Isaiah, or of a golden principle of Revelation rather, is the Old Testament, and particularly the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah is one of the most fascinating books. So look at Isaiah. Sorry, not Revelation. Look at Isaiah 2. Many people will come and say, let us go to the mountain of the Lord. And it talks about walking in the light of the Lord, and it talks about the nations coming. Well, that's the fulfillment of this. But it's really Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60 is the sister chapter for Revelation 21. Such a beautiful, beautiful chapter. But this verse 3, nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes and look about you. All assemble and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters are carried on the hip. Then you will look and be radiant. Your heart will throb and swell with joy. The wealth on the seas will be brought to you. To you, the riches of the nations will come. Now, there's one subtle difference here in Revelation 21. In Isaiah 60, it's about the physical wealth of the nations being brought to Jerusalem. And here, it's their splendor, their glory. In other words, the things that make them boast, the things that kind of make them go, yeah, we are the greatest, whether it's the likes of Donald Trump, Putin, or whoever. It's the kings and the politicians and the leaders bowing down before Jesus and bringing their glory to Jesus. Just a couple of implications of that for me. First of all, I'm watching the series The Crown, and actually season 5, despite all the negatives about it, I'm actually really enjoying it. But one of the things that struck me is, I think the Queen did recognise that her glory was to be brought to God. I'm not sure that many others of her household did. I think people thought glory would be brought to them. And the other is in terms of the kings. I think this is referring to converted kings. I don't think it's saying all politicians, if you like, are going to be in heaven. I think it's those who have bowed the knee to Jesus Christ. And thankfully, there are politicians and leaders like that. But there's a warning here for our political leaders. Right now in Australia, Victoria's going to have an election. It will probably elect Daniel Andrews again. One of the most anti-Christian politicians I've ever come across. And he has to bow. He's trying to get the church to bow the knee to him, but he will have to bow the knee to Jesus. That's a somber thought for him and a glorious thought for us. You're a Christian. All the kings of the earth, like all the peoples, will bow the knee to him. And all nations will come to him. Some will come in joy and worship, and some will come in fear. But all will bow the knee. God bless you. Join us for Songs on Sunday, of course, and on Monday we're coming back to Revelation 21. At the rate we're going, it'll take till Christmas before we finish Revelation, but it's wonderful, isn't it? God bless you. Bye.